Hello and welcome back to the YouTube. It's been a little bit of a hiatus, which I do apologise for. Since the last show, I say it might have been a bit of a hiatus. It's been 6 days, and the last couple of bits which I would have posted, I actually am posting my show date now. I say I'm posting it. I am about to go and post it. But yeah, I kind of wanted just a couple of days just to get back into routine and just do the job which we need to do. Not that, if I'm honest, not that it's really been too difficult. Like we have worked over the last couple of days to improve. However, it's not really been that difficult, if I'm honest. So we had 2 weeks from PC Northeast going into PC Universe, obviously next week, and there's not really much more we can really do to improve. Like I'm not going to be able to build any muscle, pose and sound, feel great mentally, feel sound. It's just right. Can we just itch off a little bit more condition? If you can, and it's not going to take away from the look, why the fuck wouldn't you? So we basically spent the last week just digging away, basically. It was literally essentially right back into routine, get steps back in at 10k. We did bump up some peptides, so we put MOTC at 1 milligram fasted and pre-workout. We put SLU, which is already at 900 mcg fasted. SLU was already at SLU was already at 900 mcg fasted, and that was it. And MOTC was at 1 milligram fasted, that was it. So we put an extra 300 mcg of SLU in pre-workout with the actual 1 milligram of MOTC. 5 meter 1MQ was, I believe, 1 milligram as well, or half a milligram, one of the two. Fasted, but then I ran out of it and I didn't bother ordering anymore. I've also just run out of MOTC. So yeah, we've kind of dug off a good bit. What I am going to hope to remember to do is whack a photo by here. There's no point me doing that because the camera will go off. But on the screen somewhere there'll be a photo, and that is from this morning. That is my rear relax shot, which I'm really happy with because my glutes and hams look pretty damn lean. And all things considered, I actually feel pretty damn sound. At 8 days out, which is really nice. It's nice to be feeling this present after 19 weeks or so of dieting. Like, well, I'll look back in a couple of weeks and I'll be like, yeah, I'm a bit cooked. I was a bit cooked anyway, and I probably am. But day to day, I don't really feel that bad, which is an absolute blessing. I still feel mentally very positive, which is good. And we were definitely thinking about doing There's a FitX show today. We're definitely thinking about just jumping into that for a bit of fun, and just bridging the gap a little bit. But I said to Tim, I was like, look, I'd rather have a week of just focusing on improving for the last show, the main show, and get that done, which we have done. So today is going to be a rest day. We've got 6,000 steps, and most importantly, we've got 800 grams of carbs. So just literally just to bridge the gap between the dig, which we had for the last couple of days, going into some low days to start off the peak for the universe. And I'll probably looking to load from Wednesday. So what I am going to actually do is try my best to film as much as I can for the remainder of this prep. If I can do daily videos, I will do. Because I do want to document the last couple of days as much as possible and show you a bit more behind the scenes. And granted, the first couple of days won't be as exciting when it comes to food. Food videos always do amazing on YouTube. But I also kind of want this to be a very raw behind the scenes about what actually goes on when you're not having the fun, massive carb loads and shit like that, and what the actual reality is of a contest prep, and how to handle things. As I do think this prep I have handled a billion times better than my first two from my end. And whenever people ask me in terms of like how to manage things and how do you be positive and whatnot, sometimes I struggle to explain it, but I kind of want to just go through that over the next couple of days in terms of like how to approach a contest prep from a mindset perspective and what you can look to do, what you can look to think, which might help in that. So yeah, we're absolutely chilling. I am going to post this video up now. I need to leave soon because I need to go and get some food. And then it's just a very chilled out, lovely rest day on the cards. FA Cup final today, which will be good. Hopefully City get the win. I'll be having my meal for, not meal for, I'll have a meal for that game around that time. We're going to have it at the second half, that'll be a good time to have the food. But no, we've got a good day lined up, and it's the last couple of days of prep, and I am a bit weird thinking about it because mentally I genuinely feel like if I needed to, if there was a reason to do so, I could go on for another 8 weeks, which is fucking brilliant to be in that mindset. Granted, I'm not going to continue because there's no other shows to do that I really want to do. It just won't really make sense. But no, feel good, look good, and we are 4 days out from turn 24. Jesus, I'm getting old. It's a bit bittersweet in it. If only my mum just decided to like hold on for a couple more days, I could have done the PC University Junior in 2026. So thanks, mum, if you're watching this. Means ever so much. Just should have just fucking not been a pussy, basically. But yeah, welcome to the video. Welcome back to the YouTube, and yeah, let's go. Don't really know what else to say. I'll catch you in a bit when I've got my first meal. It's probably gonna be very similar to what you've like already seen anyway. But yeah, enjoy it. So to start off the high day, we have got 135 grams of chicken, 100 grams of pineapple, 4 bagel thins, 10 grams of dark chocolate. It says almond butter, but I'm in a bit of a rush and the dark chocolate was a lot easier to do. So there you go. And 30 grams of jam. Bosh. Pretty much the staple now for the first meal, which is cool. Always sits absolutely sound. I actually think in a weird way, I spoke about this last year as well. Last prep. I do prefer having actual bagel thins as opposed to actual bagels, mainly because it takes longer to eat. Food's nice, but it also means that you chew more. When you chew more, you digest food to a better standard, and as a result of that, things are probably going to sit a little bit better as well. So yeah, I just prefer having the bagel things. When I'm in like an off season, if food's getting a bit higher or whatnot, I'll just have more bagels, or fingers crossed, I can actually just begin to tolerate sourdough again, which will be nice, because I was having it before, you know, it began to give me like some acid reflux, which is class, isn't it? So yeah, we're going to get this meal done now. We've already had some check-ins boxed off, which is cool. Obviously had Jared checking in nice and early, so he was sorted like 4 hours ago, and he's all good. He is reducing expenditure today after a decent new low, and to be fair, after this meal I'm actually going to show you his check-in and give a bit of run through about where he's at 6 weeks out, which we call first client stage of the year, which would be nice. I'm very, very excited to kind of go through that a bit more with everybody on here. I'm going to be getting a videographer as well and showing you through the course of that. So yeah, get this meal down now and I'll come back in a little bit and give you the rundown on what we are doing with Jared at just 6 weeks out. Back in for meal numero dos. Hopefully you can tell I look a little bit more attractive. So I've had a haircut. I didn't even chat about Jared and his prep and stuff, so I'm going to do that after this, if I remember. But virtually everything is now boxed off. Something that I run with any client that I work with is we do have a educational chat. So what I will look to do is every single week we will go through something, go through a topic where I will basically send through a video breaking down something, breaking down certain rationale, breaking through my opinions maybe on something or why we do this, why we don't do that, and then open it up into a bit of a chat. So I've been kind of slacking on that recently, but I'm going to get back on it today. I've got a bit of time today and I've got some food, so I feel a bit energized. So we're going to go through a couple of things, which will be good. So I want to get that sorted and all done relatively soon because it is getting ever so slightly closer towards the FA Cup final, so I do want to watch that, but at least kind of want to get that ready to go and then film it maybe after the football or something like that. But in for meal number 2, we've also got a cold brew
from Starbucks. Molly wanted a coffee, and I was like, I'm not too sure, but then I did get one, and I'm very happy I did. 3 shots of sugar-free caramel, 1 of sugar-free vanilla, and I think I found the elite prep drink. Hits the spot every single time. But we have got meal number 2, which is 130 grams of cream of rice, white chocolate coconut, 25 grams of whey protein, white chocolate caramel biscuit with 100 grams of berries, 30 grams of maple syrup, 15 grams of dark chocolate, and we need a squares bar as well. Where's the squares bars? There's an unopened bag there, but I don't really want to open them just yet. Is there one in here? Absolutely no idea. This has gone great. Are they up here? They are. The go. Chocolate squares bar going in, and as you would have seen, topped off with a load of cinnamon, which would be lovely. So get this meal done now, then I will probably sit down and break down currently what we're doing with Jared, as he looks very, very good at just 6 weeks out. He's now checking in daily, so having a good look over him and making sure he's on point, and he is, and he looks, if I'm honest, better than I expected, which is a fucking good thing. So yeah, we'll give you a bit of a run through on that, but as for now, meal 2 going down, and we'll catch you a bit later on. Okay, so before we go on to the next meal, I wanted to show you what me and Jared are currently cooking up. So this was his check-in as of this morning. Weighed in at 195 pounds. We've seen a nice big drop off this week in terms of a scale weight. Can I get that to focus a bit better? Hold on, that might now look a bit better. But yeah, this is where we're currently at now. In terms of conditioning, God, this camera is not really doing you any justice, mate. I do apologise. Can I change that around? Maybe. Who knows? Yeah, it's not really doing me justice. I do apologise, bro. Yeah, it's not really... Oh, you can kind of see a bit more there, but we've got the most detail I've ever seen through the glutes and hamstrings now, which... For Jared, they are a weak point. Like, his quads are pretty good. From the front, he's great. We know that his glutes and hamstrings are going to be that weak point for us. So it's just a case of managing that and getting out as much condition. There's a better shot of his ass. These are some post-workout visuals, which look very damn good. That's better. But no, very, very happy with these. Very happy indeed. Needs to tense his glutes there, but from the rear, like, in terms of conditioning, in all things considered, to be fair, like, we're not a million miles away from where I sort of need us to be, but it's just a case of bringing in the glutes and hamstrings and those weaker areas without taking away from a physique strong points. And you understand how to do that better with working with the individual for longer. Like, I've coached Jared now since January of last year. I know how his physique responds very, very well, but at the same time, you also never know things fully when it's a first timer. So it is just a case of taking things day by day at this point, and allowing as much detail to come through as his physique kind of wants to. Because if it was a game of the most itch out glutes and hamstrings, cool, that's what we go for. But it's not. It's bodybuilding, and it's the overall look. And if I was to just kill and just dig in to his glutes and hamstrings, yeah, they'll get itched out, great. But then we'd lose his shape and his pop across his upper body, which is his strong point. So it's just a case of just pushing and pulling at the right times now. We're probably going to feed tomorrow, and some menu just headed over, great. Probably going to feed tomorrow up again, and then it will be sub 6 weeks out. I'm going to have a look at him in person after the university. We're heading home a couple of days later. So have a look at him a lot more frequently. We'll get that film for the YouTube as well, which will be good. But no, for 6 weeks out for a first timer, could not ask to be in a better position. So I'm really, really happy with that. But now we will go on to meal number 3 and watch the second half of the FA Cup final, which currently City are okay, not amazing. We are on top, I'd like to say, but I think Chelsea have had more clear-cut opportunities maybe, apart from that one. But hopefully, fingers crossed, all goes to plan. Meal number 3, I think I said meal number 2 for the meal before, is 145 grams jasmine rice, 100 grams of chicken, 50 grams of banana, and 2 squares. The goat flavours when the chocolate orange is not around, and it's not around. Will be topped off with a little bit of the goat. I'm going to leave this pretty short and sweet though, because I do want to watch this football, and we nearly conceded. I also don't want it to go cold. So yeah. But as you can obviously tell from this and previous videos, what I eat is essentially more of my baseline diet. There's no throwing just random stupid shit in. It is just what digests well. Cool, eat more of that. Protein obviously brought down considerably to aid in digestion, but food, same as normal. Good thing is, I enjoy all the food, and it tastes pretty fucking banging. Meal number 4, going down, which is giving me a lot of, what's the word? A lot of remembrance towards the off season. It's basically a big post-workout meal. We have got 25 grams of whey, 150 grams of Frosties, 100 grams of banana, 100 grams of fruit, and 30 grams of maple syrup. However, this will become just honey when I'm in off season. It's a lot fucking cheaper. Thanks, Tim. And some cinnamon on there as well. But no, absolutely elite. This is like literally the go-to post-workout meal for me. Whey, Frosties, or just low-fat cereal. I'm gonna switch to Cocoa Pops post-workout. I think when I'm post-show, missing some Cocoa Pops with like a chocolate orange whey, some banana in there, some honey in there. Make the whey into a paste, whack it all in together, it's banging. But for now, we stick with the prep version of making it, where you blend the whey with some ice and some water, whack it over the Frosties, whack it into the freezer a couple of hours before. Bosh, much better. We're gonna get this meal down. I'm thinking to watch some Transformers. I haven't watched Transformers in a while, so I'm thinking to try and get through all 5 of like the main films. Even like the first 2 are obviously the best. The third, actually, I do think is massively underrated. So, where is it's on Netflix? I do think the third is very underrated. Dark of the Moon, I'm a massive fan of. I think it's very, very good. So I'm going to be maybe making my way through that. Where the fuck can I watch Transformers? Is it on Amazon Prime? Transformers 1 is. But I've got to subscribe to Paramount Plus. Fuck off. That's annoying. But at least I can watch the first one. The first one's good. But I watched that recently, actually, didn't I? Where to watch Transformers? This is way more important than actual food. Where to watch Paramount Plus. That's fucking annoying. Oh, I can watch it on here. No, it's Amazon Prime again. Revenge of the Fallen. God, that's so annoying. What about on Virgin Media? I don't have Virgin Media anymore. Sky Go. I'll update you later if I find a way to watch Transformers. Because this is going to bug me now. So I need to watch something when I'm eating.
I feel like it could be. If you've watched this far, comment below your favourite Transformers film. And if you haven't watched Transformers, grow the fuck up, because it's the girl. Moment of truth. Is it on Sky Girl? Oh. It's got an advert for 2 minutes. But I think we can watch it. Let's fucking go, boys.
Right, before we get on to the last meal, Molly, do you want to show our guests to the YouTube? Molly says no. Why not?
I don't want to be in it and pale. And I've got a rash all over my body. I've got my hair cut too short.
What if you just turn the camera around while I go to the toilet tonight for a week? Brilliant. Right, cheers, Molly. We currently have 2 guests. There is a very short balcony, like probably the length of my forearm, if that, out there. So obviously when I check in, I open this, I put the tripod there. Bit of an issue so far for tomorrow's check-in because there is 2 pigeons there. They're not fucking moving. They've been attacking each other for like 4 or 5 hours. I've thrown out a stale bagel thin there. I haven't got bagel thins tomorrow, so it's fine. Actually, no, it's not even said it's fine, but I haven't got bagel thins. I'm not loaded tomorrow, so we're chilling. And they're just not fucking moving, and it's a bit of annoying because tomorrow I need to check in. I'm fucking 7 days out. Like they've not really picked a good time to do this. Fucking, can you go on to me?
So inconsiderate.
I know, like fuck me. I'm trying to fucking do well at the PC universe. Like, can you at least just fucking care? But the last meal is going down anyway. We have got 100. The other meal was 130 grams. This is 135 grams of cream of rice. So we've got 135 grams of sticky toffee cream of rice. We've got 25 grams of raspberry white chocolate whey. 1 squares bar. Looks like this. Bosh. 10 grams of almond butter. 30 grams of jam. Should go down an absolute treat. And we are getting that down while finishing the next episode of The Night Agent. We're now on to season 3. I've already seen that a new season is coming, so basically it's not finished just yet, which is good. It's very, very good. But I'm going to sign it off here. I am dying for a wee. That is the main reason that I'm going to end this now. But thank you very much for watching. This will probably be the last food kind of based video, not of prep, until Wednesday when we begin loading. I think it's Wednesday anyway. But I'm still going to try and get videos out tomorrow, Monday, Tuesday, leading into the show in regards to like what we're doing, POA. But it might just be a bit more of like a sit down video. Here's what we're doing. Maybe some bits of training if I'm actually training at full intensity. I am tomorrow, so I'm going to try and film my leg day. But yeah, aside from that, thank you very much for watching. Links will be down below as usual. And yeah, I'll catch you guys tomorrow.